So today we are going to plant the tomato plants in this bed here. And this is the bed that I put peat moss in rather than compost. So we'll see how that does. I think we'll add some fertilizer. You know, peat moss doesn't have any nutrients, so we'll go ahead and do that. I'll bring you along. I'm just bringing the tomato seedlings that I started about 5 weeks ago, and we will be laying them out in the bed. Of course, we need to remove the tarp, and I have my little helper with me. She wanted to plant these and has been asking for weeks. Good job, yeah. Pull up over. I will be adding some fertilizer in the holes before planting, and this is Fox Farm tomato, bone meal, and also a little bit of blood meal, which is all nitrogen, and good for some foliage growth early on. Of course, you do not want to add too much nitrogen later when you want these to bloom and set fruit. Okay, gotta get our gloves on. Now I'm just laying out the tomatoes the way I want for this bed. As you can see, the 6 in the center are a little closer together because they are determinate varieties of San Marzanos, which don't need all that much room. At least not as much as the Purple Cherokee and the Brandywine, so I'm giving those a little bit more room. Okay, now we are digging the holes, but quite deep. You want to set tomatoes very deep into the stem because even their stems can root out, so you gain better root systems doing this. I added some fertilizer in each hole, but made sure not to add too much blood meal as it can burn them if you add too much. Now we are putting the mulch back over to keep the moisture in. And normally I would water all these once I'm done. However, these were quite dry already in the pots and were seeming to want to wilt a little. So I wanted to water them as soon as I could. I didn't realize my camera had died, so I didn't film all the planting. However, I did get them into the ground and put stakes up for the San Marzanos since they won't need a full trellis. However, I realized that I needed these stakes to be putting up the PVC frame for the shade cloth, so I'm grabbing some sunflower stalks that I have dried after cutting them down. They can be used as stakes for plants, but will break down over time. I ended up finding more stakes, so I left 2 in since I broke a couple of the sunflower stakes getting them in the ground. Oh well, I have enough for the PVC frame, and that's what matters. Here I am pounding these stakes into the ground, and we have very rocky clay-packed soil in our backyard. So once they go deeper than the raised bed, they become very difficult to pound in the ground. You know what? No, I need to get the big guns here for this kind of hard labor. Well, okay, maybe not. Ah, okay, he was just getting another mallet. This is very hard work in the Texas heat. It was already 10 o'clock, and the temps were above 90 degrees with high humidity. I was drenched in sweat. Now for the PVC to make the hoop house. So this is simple. You just slide the PVC into the stakes and it holds them as a loop over the plants. Well, maybe not simple enough. I mean, if someone isn't holding their side down, it'll pop up. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, and gotta be careful flinging these things around. You could put an eye out. Then just simply lay a straight piece of PVC over the top and zip tie them down. However, I couldn't find any zip ties, so I am tying them down with string. Now for the shade cloth. And usually I would zip tie them to the PVC hoops, but I had to tie them with string. Also, I will close the front and back here so the wind doesn't knock the ends into the tomato plants. And yes, this might make watering very difficult, but soon I'll have that drip irrigation system fully set up, so it will not be too bad then. And that's it, we're all done. Well, done after we clean up a bit. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on the next video. Now you try to escape the daily grind.